Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I was reading a visual capitalist article the other day about the average weekly grocery bill in the United States broken down by state. And it made me wonder, how does the cost of groceries impact people's mindset, their psychology, and their approach to home buying? And so I have a couple thoughts on this that I thought I'd share today. So first, I went to the store the other day and I had to buy a few things. I bought a head of lettuce, which was $3. I needed to get a dozen eggs, which were almost $5. And then I had to get a loaf of bread, which was almost $6. So, lettuce, eggs, bread came to $15. And man, that is incredible. Because in my mind, those things together would have been $5 not too long ago. And how I feel is how everyone feels, right? And that's why, the voters were angry this year, because they detest inflation and politicians misunderstand how we feel about prices increasing versus current inflation rates. And that brings me back to this article by Visual Capitalist. So I'll show it to you really quick. I'll put a link to this in my notes below. I also did a LinkedIn post with some brief notes on this. But as you can see, the average amount that Americans spend on groceries a week is $270. And it actually varies quite a bit by state, with Alaska and Hawaii being the highest, mostly because of delivery costs. They have to import almost all their food, and that adds expense. And then the lowest by far is the Midwest. And the thing about the Midwestern states is that they're very tied to farming and food production, and that's part of kind of their geographic kind of cultural position. And so food prices are cheaper in the Midwest. They're expensive in states that are expensive in California and New York for no reason other than they're expensive. It's a little bit uncertain why groceries are a little bit more expensive in the Southeast, but nevertheless, if it's $270 a week, that contributes to people's affordability and when trying to buy a house, right? Because $270 a week comes to $1,080 a month. And if we think about somebody's approaching about, hey, can I afford to buy a house? Well, everything goes into that equation. Not only the cost of the house and the house payment, insurance, maintenance, and upkeep, but then there are bigger bills like gas and electric, gas for their car, insurance, groceries. All these things are what's straining affordability. And we have to kind of understand that mindset when we try to help people buy a home. And we have to understand their feeling of pain or real pain. And then we have to teach them how purchasing a house is a solution to the pain, because you get to lock in your payment on today's dollars and pay with future inflated dollars. And so the cost of owning a house goes down every day you own it, comparatively. And so we need to take that into account. We need to start really learning how to address the affordability challenge, how to work with our clients to educate them, how to help them solve how to make things more affordable, because everything's going up. Groceries have gone up 20% in the last 4 years. That's the highest rate of increase for groceries since the 1970s. That's why the voting population is kind of angry. Anyway, just a thought for today. Thought you might like this. You might like this chart. Check it out. I put a link to it below. I did a post on LinkedIn. Hope you found it interesting, and I hope you're having a great Tuesday.